All right, everybody, it is Friday and it's 5 o'clock. I'm Joel Hancock from Hancock Law Firm, so back for another 5 minutes. So if you saw my post leading up to this, you know what I wanted to talk about today. Let me see if I can get this cord a little bit less obnoxious right there. What I was going to talk about today is what I do. This is for a couple of reasons. First, as many of you know, I recently started my own law firm. I had been practicing criminal defense for 5 years at another firm here in Beaufort. And so the fact that I'm on my own now, a lot of people are wondering if I'm still doing only criminal defense, if I'm branching out into other areas, or what exactly I'm doing now. And not only that, but there are other people that I have known all my life, or that have known me, or that are family friends, other people that are close to me that maybe haven't ever been in trouble and haven't needed a criminal defense attorney. And they, if you were to ask them, a lot of them still don't even know what it is that I do. And that's because they've never needed my, they've never needed my help, or, sorry about that. I told Kara that I needed a bottle of water for this one because I felt like I was going to choke up, but I was prepared. So either they don't know what I do, they haven't needed me, or somebody that they know hasn't needed me. So that's what this is for. Let me preface this by saying that this is not meant to embarrass anybody. This is not meant to put anyone on the spot. And I absolutely want everyone to keep coming to me for whatever question or legal issue it is that they have. Even if I don't know how to help, or if it's not something that I do, I love being able to refer you to someone that can help you, because then it's like I get part of the credit for them doing a good job for you. So by all means, anything that you need, give me a call. I'm more than happy to refer you to somebody that does that kind of work. But it's important to know that I am a criminal defense lawyer. 100% of my time here at work, everything that I do is dedicated to criminal defense work. So the question then becomes, well, what is that? I represent people accused of or suspected of traffic infractions, any kind of traffic violation, misdemeanors, felonies, crimes, all of the above, at every stage of the criminal justice process. So let me break that down a little bit. If you are under investigation for a crime, and the police have called and talked to you and said, hey, we want you to come in, we want you to take a polygraph test, or we have some questions for you, you're a suspect in crime A, B, or C. You know how in a movie where where a suspect is being interviewed by police, and eventually the suspect is, he's caught in a lie, or he realizes that he shouldn't say anything else, and he kind of slaps the table and says, I'm not saying another word till I talk to my lawyer. Well, that's me. That's what I do. I'm the lawyer that those people call when they don't know what else to say. Usually, or preferably, I'm the lawyer that you call before you go into that interrogation, so that I can tell you, we ain't doing that. But that's what I do. If you get a speeding ticket, I'm the lawyer that you call. If you get charged with the DWI, I'm the lawyer that you call. If you are at fault in an accident and you've received a citation for unsafe movement or failure to yield or something like that, I'm the lawyer that you call for that ticket. Now, there are a lot of things in other areas of law that are closely related to what I do. So use the traffic accident as an example. When you're involved in a traffic accident, it could involve a personal injury claim. That's not what I do. I don't sue someone that injured you. I don't defend someone that injured someone else in the injury claim. But I do defend people that are charged with traffic violations for an accident, whether it caused an injury or not. So that's one example of kind of some related areas of law that or areas of law that are related to things that I do. Another related area would be something like a domestic violence protective order, or anything relating to like child custody or visitation or divorce or things like that. So let's say that a husband and wife are in a fight and one or both of them get charged with assault. Well, I would represent somebody for that charge of assault, even though there may be some other issue in another court that stems from that assault, like a domestic violence protective order, or if that assault brings to light a custody issue or something with social services, like the DSS has to come in and take the kids away. I just got a question from Melissa. No, I don't handle anything in Craven County, but I get a lot of calls about Craven. Okay, I am still going. So I get calls about Craven County. I always refer those out to another attorney in Craven County. I also get a lot of calls for Beaufort County, and the reason there is obvious. This is the town of Beaufort, which is the county seat of Carteret County. Beaufort County is in Washington, North Carolina, or Washington, North Carolina is the county seat of Beaufort County. And ironically enough, Washington, North Carolina is not the county seat of Washington County. So anyway, we get a lot of calls for Craven County, a lot of calls for, because Craven County is next door, a lot of calls for Beaufort County because we're in the town of Beaufort. So, but I was talking about like an assault between a husband and wife. I represent somebody that is charged for the assault, but I don't represent you in the custody battle. I don't represent you in the divorce. I refer those out to domestic attorneys, people that handle those things all the time. And that's one thing that I wanted to, why I wanted to highlight what it is that I do. It's because I have a lot of family and friends that, that they may need help, like with a will or, some other issue, like a workers' comp claim or something like that. And they will call and ask me, well, can you do that? Well, yeah, I can. I mean, I'm licensed to do that. There wouldn't be an ethical problem of me doing that kind of thing, but you wouldn't want me to do that for a couple of reasons. Number one is because I don't handle those things, and I don't really know what I'm talking about. Now, you could, in theory, pay me enough money to convince me to study up and gain the knowledge that I would need to be able to handle that stuff, but that would end up costing you more money, and you could get somebody that already has that knowledge and experience and probably just pay them less and they'd do a better job than I would. So you don't want me to do that. And the truth is, I don't want to do that. I enjoy the work that I do. I enjoy defending people that are accused of traffic infractions, violations, misdemeanors, felonies. I look forward to coming to work every day. It's something that it gives me purpose in my life. I enjoy it. I feel like I'm on vacation every time I come to work. I hope my wife isn't watching this, because then she's just going to be mad that that I'm just here having a blast all day every day while she's watching our boys. But so yeah, you don't want me to do that. You don't want me to represent you for something that is important to you and that I don't know what I'm doing. It would be expensive, and I probably wouldn't do a good job. But if you're charged with a traffic infraction, traffic violation, crime, misdemeanor, DWI, felony in Carteret County, then I do that, and you do want me to represent you on that because I'm good at it. So some other things that I'll represent people, just speaking about, I said every stage of the criminal justice process. We talked about investigation, arrest. If you've been charged with something, you know that there's a warrant out, and an officer's telling you, look, I got to arrest you for this, or you got to go turn yourself in. I'm the lawyer you call for that. We go down to the magistrate's office. We talk to the magistrate about setting a bond for you, getting you out. I call a bondsman for you. We meet over there and hopefully make it a quick process where you turn yourself in, take your picture, fingerprints, and you're out. So investigation, first appearance, you've been arrested. Now you have a court date and you have to go, and the judge has to ask you what you want to do about a lawyer. Well, You can call a lawyer before that. A lawyer can go to court with you and let the court know that you're going to be, or that you're going to have a lawyer representing you throughout the entire process. Again, that's me. I can go there for that first appearance, let the judge know that that I'm with you for that process. Plea negotiations leading up to trial, where we talk about plea deals. Like, let's say that you're charged with reckless driving. I go talk to the district attorney about, hey, well, look, these are the circumstances. How about if we just do an unsafe movement, or some other kind of reduction, or if it's not a traffic violation, if it's something more serious, we could talk about a lesser charge for that plea. Trials, pleas, that's where you go to court. Everybody knows what a trial is, but a plea is where you say, look, we're not going to take this thing to trial. There's a better deal on the table, or a trial is too risky, so we're just going to plead to something else, or or plead as charged before taking this to trial in order to try and get a better outcome for us. So trials, sentencing, that's where we tell the judge everything that the judge needs to know in order to pass down a fair sentence for you. So if we're thinking that we would like probation rather than jail time, the sentencing hearing is time for that. You need a lawyer there for you, and I do that. And then let's say that things don't go right, and you need to appeal something throughout the process. I handle appeals too, or post-conviction relief. So there's something in North Carolina called a motion for appropriate relief. That's where if the outcome of the original case wasn't just, or there are statutory reasons. It's in the there's actual books with this stuff listed in it. I don't have it memorized, but if for whatever reason you need to undo something that was done in court, I can help you with that as well. So I represent people charged with crimes, misdemeanors, felonies, traffic violations, infractions, DWI, at every stage of the criminal justice process, from investigation, so the very first time that somebody thinks you might have done something, so that investigation, all the way up to post-conviction relief, including expunctions. So if you have something that is on your record, or even if we were able to get it dismissed, or you found not guilty at trial, then I can help you make it so that the record of that charge goes away. That's going to be something for another video as well, because there's a lot of misunderstanding out there about what is a charge, what is a record, what's on my record if I get the charge dismissed. So it can be complicated, and it deserves its own video. So anyway, that is, and I have no idea how long this video is going, because I used to do this on my computer and it had a timer there for me. Now I'm just winging it, but that is what I do. I hope that if I do something that you need, then you will give me a call, because I should be able to help you out. If I don't do something that you need, I still want you to give me a call, because I can tell you who does it and who's the best at it. Jason just asked me, what about expunctions? I do expunctions, and you're eligible for expunctions, or you can be eligible for an expunction whether or not the charge was dismissed, you were found not guilty, or even if you were found guilty. Sometimes there are some circumstances where we can still get that wiped off your record. So if there's any other questions or anything else I can do for y'all, please leave your questions or comments in the comment section down below. I did want to give a shout out to my niece Eden, who's graduating from East Carteret tonight. You can see I'm wearing the blue and gold for East Carteret. I am leaving straight from here, going to her high school graduation. So congratulations, Eden. I love you. Good luck at ECU next year. And thanks everybody for watching. We had a good turnout for this one. My last video, or our last Friday 5 o'clock video, had a ridiculous amount of views, like close to 3,000 last I checked. And it's obviously because my brother is so handsome and charming, And so I'm going to do everything I can to get him back here. I thought about doing this with a picture of my brother right here the entire time, maybe to boost the views. But I'll have more guests. I'll have my brother on. I'll have my brother-in-law on. I'll have some other people on here that hopefully y'all will find interesting and worth watching. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Friday. See y'all.